From the creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
It's the week of Friday, March 31st, 2017, and it's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and this week's show is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one solution for anyone looking to create a beautiful website. Whether you need a landing page, a gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it's all included with your Squarespace website. Building a site with Squarespace is so easy. I do it, and in fact, the other day, or a couple weeks ago, I was bored with RelevantMediaGroup.com, so one evening I just decided to blow it up. Yeah. And rebuilt it with Squarespace, and it is gorgeous, and it was easy, and literally it took me like 2 hours to do the whole site. So,
yeah, and I mean, you're very technically astute, but to be able to do anything that quickly, like to any sort of website design,
and it has like really cool effects, and it's good. It's beautiful. It's just because I just played nicely with what they were giving me. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
I didn't do anything. I just stuck content there.
No, that's great. Yeah. I love Squarespace.
Building a website with Squarespace is a simple, intuitive process. You can add and arrange your content and features with a click of a mouse. If you sign up for a year, they give you a free custom domain and seamless commerce tools and fantastic customer support. Right now, Squarespace is offering Relevant Podcast listeners a special deal. You can go over to squarespace.com and start your free trial today. And then when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, enter offer code RELEVANT to get 10% off your first purchase. There you go. Well, like I said, I'm your host, Cameron. Here with me in Orlando studios, back, thankfully, Eddie Big Cat Koffoltz.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
We miss you, man.
I feel rested.
Don't go on vacation anymore.
No, I don't plan on it.
Okay, good.
No more vacation. I'm just going to burn and burn and burn out.
Over there on the ones and twos. Who needs margin, man? Over there on the ones and twos, our illustrious producer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
And joining us this week, another special host, guest cast member for the day. Joining us, comedian Rob Fee. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. And listen, this is not an ad. I love Squarespace so much. I built my website, robfee.net, on Squarespace, and I am an idiot when it comes to building websites. And I'm not going to lie, it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful website.
Rob Fee is a writer who's worked with outlets like The Ellen Show, MTV, Comedy Central, Vice, Funny or Die. He's written for us at Relevant and a ton of others. You also may know him for his Twitter profile, @Rob Fee, which is one of the funniest on the internet. We're excited to have you join us today, man.
Well, I would say most people know me from my website, built by Squarespace.
From your beautiful Squarespace site. That guy, I know him.
Dude, you sound okay. This is you've written for Relevant for a long time. We've been talking back and forth for a long time. I never realized how much you sound like Harvey Fierstein until coming on the show today.
I have had this conversation with literally every Uber driver and anyone that's come into my life for decades.
Have you always had that voice? I mean,
like as a 12-year-old,
or did you curate it over time with menthols, or how do you do that?
I've never smoked in my life. Can you imagine if I did? I would sound like what I describe my voice as right now is the sexy devil. Or
you need a T-shirt that just says "sexy devil."
It'll make sense when you talk, yeah.
But not like, yo, I'm a sexy devil, like the actual devil. But if he was trying to be sexy,
right?
Right. Well, like in a movie, if someone's like he's got the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other, the sexy version of the devil on the shoulder is your voice.
Yeah.
Or like if the devil from Carmen's Revival in the Land tried to be sexy.
Right. Suddenly became very sexy. So you're saying if he merged with Carmen because Carmen is sexy, that's the voice.
That's the voice.
It's like a terrifying voice, but it feels nice on the podcast.
Yeah.
It feels good in my ears.
I feel like saying sexy Carmen is redundant.
That's right.
You know?
We all know.
No, actually, Carmen, I mean, he was an Adonis among men. I mean, if anybody knows Carmen, I mean, he was what every man aspired to become.
Yeah.
The question is, kind of like Richard Simmons, has anybody seen him in public in the last 10 years?
Yes. He recently, Carmen did a really, really nice acoustic song in support of our president. And,
he did. He did his own Donald Trump parody song, which was, as you would expect, a Carmen Donald Trump song.
Oh, okay, so we have seen
Yeah,
them.
here's a
Okay.
clip of that now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. Wow. We have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, we talk to author and pastor Craig Groeschel. He's coming up. And we introduce you to a new Christian hip-hop artist that I'm really excited about. His name is Taelor Gray. He has a new album out. It's independent, and it's fantastic. Yeah. He's going to take us through a couple of tracks on the project.
Cameron, before we jump into the main content for today, I have something that I think we need to address with Rob.
I agree.
Oh my
He
goodness.
mentioned a little tidbit before you stepped into the studio. And Cameron, you alluded to this with me earlier. But Rob, you're heading down to Orlando later this week
Tomorrow.
for a very interesting reason.
Well, yeah, he's coming down Thursday. We were texting yesterday about him being on the show today.
Yes.
And then he said, hey, I'm coming to Orlando this
Oddly,
week.
you had just typed in "sexy devil" and
and then Rob popped in. Well, I just said Siri, sexy devil, and then I called Rob.
Right.
And
I just called him.
And so he said, I'm coming to Orlando. I was like, really? Why? And he said,
That's what we all say. Why are you here?
well, why are you coming down for 4 days
Right.
By yourself?
Go
That's
down.
really Rob. Why are you coming to Orlando for 4 days?
I'm coming to WrestleMania.
No.
Yes, he is. WrestleMania, the Super Bowl of childish acting,
Rob.
is in Orlando on Sunday night, and Rob and other adults are actually coming.
Rob, are you working at it in any, or are you just coming to watch?
Well, both. I have a show that I do where I do interviews with weird people at bizarre conferences, and there's a wrestling conference at every WrestleMania with all the old wrestlers and like weird chubby old fans. So I'm shooting at that, but I've been to the last 3 WrestleManias.
No.
I go to all they're fantastic. And here's my thing. People are like, wrestling is fake, right? And it's like, do you know literally, like, Game of Thrones isn't real either. Like, none of this is really happening. I'm a grown man. I don't watch this. The same thing happened with, I love David Blaine. I love David Blaine's dumb magic
Now
videos.
you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
And I was watching it. I was watching it with this girl the other day, and she goes, "Oh, that's not real. That's fake." And I'm like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "That's not real." And I was like,
You get out of my
"None
house.
of this is real. Do you think I thought we were watching like a warlock?
Actual
All
magic.
of this is fake. I don't. This isn't Hogwarts."
Right.
So you're going in somewhat of a professional capacity, but while you're there, you're going to be literally enjoying the wrestling.
Yes, of course. If you follow him on Instagram, he's at wrestling events quite often with his buddies, not working,
Quite often.
just like there wearing his little Hulkamania shirt and like excited.
We don't wear Hulkamania shirts because he's a racist. But
He is actually the sexy devil.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I should clarify. He's been outed as a racist. I'm assuming a lot of those guys are racist. If I'm being honest.
Having been to a lot of WrestleMania events, you can assume there's a lot of racism happening.
Well, there's a lot of
a given.
there's a lot of overlap with the NASCAR circuit and the Confederate flag crowd.
That Venn diagram is a perfect circle.
Oh man, I can't believe it. I could see going to a WrestleMania anthropologically, almost like I got to see this for myself. But like to go, I know another guy that's coming in town, a full grown adult who's excited and he loves wrestling and he's traveling in for WrestleMania.
Now,
Why do you keep saying full grown adult? Like we think maybe it's a baby that's just flying.
Because Cameron, I'll say this in passing, like I've seen wrestling on TV, and I would say just as like a casual, person who passes it in the channels, it looks about 95% adult on television.
Does it really? Because my wrestling phase that it was about 3 months. I was interested in wrestling. I was 12, and we went up to one up at the Daytona Arena, and with me and my friends, and we were really into it. Macho Man Randy Savage, the Ultimate Warrior, and then I lost interest.
Rest in peace,
and
Ultimate
because
Warrior.
I became an adult one day, and just moved on.
all right, here's a
Did
couple.
you lose interest during the event?
No, the event was awesome.
Right.
But it was like, okay, Been there, done that.
Mad World started playing in your head as just the joy left your eyes. That would have been great.
Hey, Rob, weird thing. I grew up in the city that Macho Man, that all the wrestlers were in. So I would see them constantly. So
Really?
I worked at a video store, and every single
Tampa, right?
More specifically Seminole, like the St.
Really?
Pete Seminole.
Oh,
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
live on the west coast, like on like Clearwater and all that stuff. But
Really?
they used to live on Indian Rocks Beach, right where I grew up. Every Friday night, a teal Corvette would pull up. And
No.
it was a Corvette that was clearly from someone's high point in their career in the
Right.
late 80s.
Right.
And
A teal Corvette says peaked.
yeah, right.
That was a license plate. On the,
Right. It's only like one of the headlights is the only one will go up, and it's just like it's just walking up, just crippling. And a big man would kind of peel himself out of this Corvette, and it was Greg the Hammer Valentine. It was Greg Valentine.
Oh, that
Really?
guy.
Yeah, and Greg Valentine, I rented him movies every single Friday.
Tell me, please tell me he rented the same movie every week.
No. It wasn't like he's renting like Titanic or something every single
but
week.
every
It was just
Friday
like,
night, he didn't have plans? I mean,
man,
it's like...
Greg would come in, and one day, like I finally had the courage to say, like, "Hey, man, are you like Greg?" And his name is Greg Valentine on the
Yeah.
rental thing. I can
Yeah.
see it right there. And I'm like, "Hey, man, are you like Greg the Hammer Valentine?" He's like, "Yeah," and you can just tell. Like,
He says, I was.
yeah, there's. And I was like, man, me and my brother were such big fans. We used to watch you and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and we just like loved seeing you guys. And he was just like, thanks. And that was it. He walked
That was
away.
it. Nothing.
Because I feel like he goes in that situation either one, totally dejected like that, or
Yeah.
he comes flying into the parking lot every week. And after he gets his movie, he peels out of there with one fist up in the air and drives
just blaring music, windows
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
You want to hear another weird piece of trivia?
Yeah.
Since we're just doing this, because I loved wrestling when I was a child.
I went to a men's event once, a church men's event once, where the big guest speaker was the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Oh, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
Now that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Was he speaking on prosperity?
It kind of was.
What else is he going to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, it was a charismatic church, so pretty much, yeah.
What an event that
Anyway,
must have been.
what was your story?
This one's kind of a bummer, but so the exact neighborhood that I grew up in that we all like played baseball in is where Macho Man Randy Savage died.
Oh.
Yes, it was a tree that I had to walk by every single
tree?
What?
How did he die?
He hit a tree in
He
a car.
fought a tree.
No, he get in a car wreck, hit a tree, and the tree's right there, man. So
No way. Is there a memorial plaque in front of it or anything?
I mean, in our hearts, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think.
Hey, that's what we could do. We could do a little Kickstarter to get a nice little plaque for the Macho Man and put it in front of the tree.
I tried to do something for Macho Man, and that so a couple years ago, I thought it would be when everyone was doing those petitions to Obama, the White House petitions.
Yeah.
I kind of jokingly did an article where I made a petition to have National Macho Man Randy Savage Day. And I was like, yeah, Obama, we've got this and this. Why not have a Macho Man Day? Well, like, people took it seriously, and then TMZ picked it up and approached Macho Man's brother, who was also a wrestler named Lanny Poffo. And there's a TMZ article. It says, Macho Man's brother, come on, Obama, when's our Macho Man Day? and they really tried to get a Macho Man Randy Savage National Day.
If you get a certain amount of signatures, didn't the White House like have to respond to requests like that?
Yeah. If you get like 10,000, they have to address it, I think, or something like that.
Well,
100,000.
Eddie's starting a petition to turn that tree into a national monument or park, like the nation's smallest national park.
Yeah, it would be a fitting
Memorial Park.
fitting tribute to a great wrestler and a great man.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get them to do a Macho Man stamp where it's his face on the back, but when you lick it, it tastes like a Slim Jim. It's a special thing. The technologist isn't there. You can't.
It's not there. Yeah.
There's no cured meat glue yet. That was the postmaster general. That's his official response.
I think cured meat is held together by glue. I think cured meat is glue.
Yeah,
The
they
fat-
just can't separate it in stamp form. That is what they told me, but I don't know. I think they're. I think it's a ruse.
What was Macho Man's like friend's name? Miss Elizabeth or something?
Oh, his lady friend?
Yes, that was his wife, I believe.
Oh, I wonder whatever happened to her.
Died.
Why?
They all die from steroids and drugs, man.
No,
They're
Miss
all-
Elizabeth was just like a
They're
normal
all
lady.
addicted to stuff. That's why it's so sad. Like I can't go and watch them cheer and not know that as an adult, I know how sad their lives become.
No, I think there's a new type of wrestler now.
Yeah, it's different now. Back in the 80s, they were just like, can I get paid in cocaine? But it's
Cocaine and Slim Jims.
Oh yeah.
yeah, they had cocaine, Slim Jims, and partied with Steve Winwood.
Yeah.
That was the life back then.
And now they turn into Dwayne Johnson, the
Right.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's
John
that?
Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, that guy's everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, moving the show along, it is time for our look back at what happened this week in culture and entertainment. It's time for
In case you missed it.
next week. Maybe we should have Rob back on to give us an in case you missed it about WrestleMania.
Yes.
About his firsthand experience. He can be a reporter on the scene.
That's cool.
Is it cool? Is that the word we're going with?
We should have gone.
You can. It will sell out.
sure
but
it's
not
sold out.
It
I'm
will
sure
sell
it's
out.
long been sold out.
It's not long been sold out. I saw on the news yesterday. They expect it to sell out, but it's not sold out yet.
Yeah, tickets are stupid expensive for it right now. But I'm not going to the actual WrestleMania event. I'm going to all the other things going on that weekend.
Wait, you're not going to actual WrestleMania?
No. I leave Sunday morning.
Why?
I'm. You know what? I'm there for the fans. I'm there for. No, I just didn't want to buy a ticket.
Yeah, you're there to visit your congregation and then get out.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
In case you missed it, this week the Church Hunters video, the parody video that we played last week on the show, it already has a sequel. There's a new episode of the House Hunters parody, which features a young couple in search for the perfect church that meets all their needs. It's by our friends John Christ and Aaron Tuning. Here's a clip of the new one.
Behind me, you will see molded clay, jar art, tapestry, canvas, mosaic church.
I love it.
Right? So you've heard of interdenominational,
Right.
and you've heard of non-denominational. Well, this church identifies as inter-non-denominational.
Wow, that's perfect for us. It really is.
But here's the kicker. A lot of celebrities go here.
Yeah. What?
Jeff Foxworthy.
We love him.
Yep.
We really do.
Ben Higgins from ABC's The Bachelor.
Perfect.
Several Real Housewives.
Ooh,
And Usher even came here one time. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, well, follow me. Come on. Do it.
So refreshing. Honestly, that last church was just way too traditional. It was
Yeah.
too much.
It was like we left there feeling convicted, like ugh, right?
Right. We're looking for more of a Tony Robbins type sermon.
Like inspiration, like a TED Talk with a Bible verse.
Yes.
It goes on from there. It is it's really good. These guys,
I love. He's a buddy of mine. He's the best.
yeah, and honestly, like it hits. I mean, it's just like laser cut. I mean, throughout it, it's really do yourself a favor. Watch the full 3.5 minutes. Both of them are really funny. In case you missed it, Jay-Z is going to produce a full-length film and docuseries about Trayvon Martin. The two projects are based on the books Suspicion Nation, which was by a journalist who covered the trial against Trayvon's killer, George Zimmerman, and Rest in Power, which covers Trayvon's life and the aftermath of his death. It's by his parents, Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. The hip-hop mogul is partnering with the Weinstein Company to produce the projects. He's become an advocate for criminal justice reform. Jay-Z recently partnered with Harvey Weinstein to produce a 6-part series about the case of Khalif Browder, a black teen who spent years in solitary confinement without ever having a trial after allegedly stealing a backpack. He later suffered mental health issues and took his own life. In 2014, Jay-Z even met with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to advocate for reforms to the state's criminal justice system. So look at him using his power.
Not a lot of wrestlers watching this series.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah. In case you missed it, a video from... Hot take.
Say, really, you're really going after him there, Eddie. You're really going after the wrestlers.
I don't know why, man.
It wasn't enough to make fun of the sport. You're really getting personal here.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, though, as a hip hop fan, I like that these guys who are so influential and obviously have resources and a platform are kind of taking up causes. I mean, Jay-Z with criminal justice reform, Chance the Rapper with obviously the education system in Chicago and really trying to make a difference in his city. I mean, it's just good to see kind of like a positive thing.
Also, has anyone done a worse PR spin of their negative situation than George Zimmerman?
Oh man,
goodness.
Like Zika has PR'd itself better than George Zimmerman.
This guy he's crazy. We obviously, this happened in our city, and so the local news, he pops up on the local news, sadly, fairly regularly, because he got arrested again, or he got charged with this, or
pulled a gun on his new girlfriend.
Pulled a gun on the new girlfriend. Yeah, it's crazy.
But
it's just crazy stuff. It's just things that you could easily prevent.
Right, he's just waving guns around in Lake Mary and stuff like that.
Really
but you got to wonder about the new girlfriend if she's just walking into this thinking, "I'll change him." It'll be different.
Well, this is like the third or fourth. Honestly, the wife left, and then there was another relationship, and then there was like domestic abuse charges, and then that ended, and then there's another one.
Yeah.
I was in Kenya one time, and I went on a photo safari to a reserve, right? And when we got in there, I'm applying this. Hold on. The person said, "There's not going to be any lions," and I was like, "Why?" And he said, "Well, a lion ate the park ranger."
What?
And
now they got a taste for you.
So and then the new park ranger, that one got eaten as well.
What?
And so we have to remove all the lions. And I thought, who's the next park ranger?
Right.
Who's the one who signed up? That's what I'm saying about George Zimmerman's girlfriends.
Right.
Who's the next one? The other two got eaten by lions. You're going to get eaten by a lion.
Right. I say remove the park rangers.
Also, can you imagine, like, this girl goes to dinner with her family and friends, and they're like, "So I heard you got a new boyfriend?" And she's like, "I'm kind of seeing someone." And she's like, "Oh, cool. Is it someone we know?" It was like, George Zimmerman? And she's like, "Oh, well, that's unfortunate that he has the same name as the infamous killer."
Right.
Like, no. It's that one.
Like he's actually
the killer.
Yeah, he's actually at the bar now, and you just see him just juggling guns and
the guy in there over there at the bar and the big brawl, the big fight that's happening right now.
Yeah.
That's
and
my man.
It's not like was it Scott Peterson who was like kind of the hot killer? Like he killed his wife, but he's got those dreamy eyes. George Zimmerman isn't exactly a catch
on any level.
Yeah.
right. But that's one of the weird things in Florida. I saw Casey Anthony's parents out one time. Remember them?
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
yeah.
There they are. And like George Zimmerman lives in our area. We're going to be checking out at Publix, and he's going to be in front of us.
And he's going to say, "I had a 2-for-1 coupon. It is not expired," and he's going to go nuts.
Run.
Yeah.
Run to the express lane. Get out of there.
I played at a church that George Zimmerman attended.
No way.
Yeah.
You sound like the church. You sound like a really bad version of the Church Hunters show right now, Cameron.
Episode 3.
Wow.
Yeah, local celebrities attend this church. George Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman goes here.
I got to tell you, I'm not a big local celebrity person, but I did see a local news person at our church the other day, and my heart almost stopped. I'm like, look, I can't believe it.
That's weird because I've seen, just being in media, and everyone on here can attest that, you see celebrities and different people from time to time. I never get weirdly starstruck like I do when I see like a weatherman outside the news studio. I don't know why, but like in the grocery store, I'm like, "Oh, Dana, I don't believe it. That's him. That's
him.
the weatherman right there." It's like I'm seeing like the Pope or something. I don't know why, but I literally get flustered.
Rob, you must understand this, right? You meet a lot of famous people, but there's nobody better than a local news person.
Like he's in LA.
That's top of the list. That is the mountaintop.
Yeah,
Let me ask this: Would you take a selfie with George Zimmerman?
Oh no!
absolutely not.
No.
I wouldn't. It's again.
That's a really
That's a
good
lion.
question.
You don't touch it.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would.
Like, ironically, would you take one with him?
No, you leave the wildlife alone. You do not bother the lions.
Right. It's like the new Chappelle stand-up he talks about when he met OJ, and OJ asked to take a picture with him, and he was like, no.
No way.
Yeah.
You turned OJ down?
You can't take a picture with OJ. You can't take a picture with George Zimmerman.
That's hilarious.
In case you missed it, a video from actress Mia Bialik went viral. It's Blossom, by the way. If
That's what she goes by. Yeah,
that's what she goes by.
It's her
And-
Christian name.
She prefers that.
It went viral for encouraging people not to refer to women as girls. She's currently starring in The Big Bang Theory. Did you know that?
I did.
Do you watch that show?
I don't, but I don't have like a strong opinion about it. I just haven't really.
It's
And it's like been on for so long.
It's garbage.
Is it, Rob?
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay.
We
'cause all
listened to
those
it without
CBS
the
comedies.
laugh track the other day, and
Yeah,
or we listened to it with
Yeah.
like Ricky Gervais laughing, and literally we could not tell where the punchlines were.
It was so bad, man. Anyway, did you know, other than being an actress, she's also a neuroscientist?
I had a feeling.
Yeah, in a Facebook video that's been viewed nearly 8 million times, she explained why language matters, especially as it pertains to gender equality. She explained, when we use words to describe adult women that are typically used to describe children, it changes the way we view women, even unconsciously, so that we don't equate them with adult men. Here's a clip.
Sorry, folks, I have to do this. We have to stop calling women girls. Why? Because it matters what we call people. Language matters. Words have meaning. And the way we use words changes the way we frame things in our mind. Google Sapir-Whorf if you don't believe me. It's science. So when we use words to describe adult women that are typically used to describe children, it changes the way we view women, even unconsciously, so that we don't equate them with adult men. In fact, it implies that they're inferior to men. Even if that's not what most people intend, words have an impact on our unconscious. Case in point, you would never say to someone, "Go ask that boy behind the bank counter if the notary's here today." We never call men boys because it's demeaning and emasculating.
Well, there you go. In case you missed it, this week on Twitter, Chance the Rapper has been using Twitter in a very interesting way. It's really funny. It's almost like Siri. He uses Twitter as like his Siri. He will ask Twitter questions. So he'll be like, "Hey, can anybody get me in touch with this choir? Hey, this viral video," and he will like link to it. Who is that guy? And then like he'll like crowdsource people telling him it's this guy, and he'll get in touch with that guy.
So you're saying he uses Twitter just like a search bar?
Yes, he really does, and it works because people very excitedly like go out and find the answer to his questions and reply to him.
Here's a question. I don't want to get too far off subject, but do you think he knows how Twitter works, or do you think that he thinks that's how everyone uses it, just because he's like famous?
Right, because
that if he thinks it's like, this is what Twitter does, you ask it questions and people tell you answers. But I'll tell you one thing, I don't know why someone hasn't thought of that as like a cool, it's like a hybrid social media thing. Chance is on to something. This is like the next big thing, just like a social search bar.
Yeah, it is. It's a social search bar. And it's really funny. He'll get thousands of replies, and they're right. And it's like, I think he's, maybe he's in the studio, he's working on a song idea, and there's this like clip that went viral of this, children's choir, and he wants to get in touch with that children's choir, and so people will like get him in touch with the children's choir, and then they'll like, we think that he's probably gonna like collaborate with them on something, like this is what's happening all the time. Well, this week
maybe he really doesn't know because he just types in Whole Foods Brooklyn about twice.
I think he uses it like a grandmother who types in hotmail.com into the Google search bar. I think that's how you get to the email.
Hey, well, anyway, in case you missed it this week, if you follow him on Twitter, Chance the Rapper tweeted that he's looking for an intern. So he's taking applications. So he tweeted, "I'm looking for an intern, someone with experience putting together decks and writing proposals." And then he said, "I want intern resumes formatted as creative decks, pitches, or proposals." And then he put the email address where to send it. And then he later clarified. He said, "I know intern has a negative connotation, but the job I'm looking to fill doesn't really have an official title yet. But it is a job, though it should be noted that job was in quotes."
Right. That's what got me about that tweet. This isn't just an internship. This is a job, quote unquote. Like, what is he trying to imply there?
Like that you're not getting paid, or that it's going to be really cool to hang out with him.
I mean, unpaid internships are illegal. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If it's a company, if it's a nonprofit organization that you would be volunteering at, like any church, nonprofit, that's fine. Yeah. But there are federal labor laws in place called the minimum wage that if you are working somewhere, you have to be paid a minimum wage. You can't be doing it for college credit or volunteering. An unpaid internship is the most violated labor law in the country.
Oh, wow. And yet you can do it for the kingdom of God.
At a church you can. But I found out about this with a Mark Cuban blog post in 2008. And at the time, Relevant staff was about 20 people and Relevant's intern pool was about 30. Yeah. Oh, wow. And it was the lifeblood of us doing what we do, unpaid interns. And I read this blog post where Mark found out from his VP of HR, because Mark had an idea for like this digital incubator thing for interns, and it'd be unpaid internships where they get great experience. And the VP of HR replied to him that he can't do that it's they can't do unpaid, it's illegal. And he posted this blog ranting about how stupid that is. Like these kids would get opportunity for their career, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there reading this, going, well, that was my rationale for interns. It's like this.
2 unpaid internships got me my first jobs,
right?
Because
I mean, Jesse was an unpaid intern that we ended up hiring.
Yeah,
I mean,
and has had a long unpaid history here. He's done,
but I mean, for real. But Sarah, I'm sitting there reading this, going, and I don't mean to overthink this, but integrity is what you do when no one's looking. And I now knew, my eyes were now open. I can't claim ignorance to this. I didn't know any better. Now I knew that it was illegal, and I had a choice to make. And so we shut down our internship program, and we added a paid part-time position to each department, like a college kid, but just one, so.
And now we got a good producer out of it.
Yeah. Chandler, there you go. But anyway, so I don't know if maybe Chance the Rapper is doing some illegal, shady stuff with his quote unquote job that he's offering.
I
people.
assume so.
Job?
Yeah. Well, now, Chance, since we know you listen, you can't claim ignorance. Now you know better.
Yeah.
With your quote unquote job.
Yeah. Well, in case you missed
That
it.
being said, Chance, I'd really love to be your intern. You don't have to pay me with a quote.
You don't need to pay me. Pay me in Kit Kats. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. I think you're so cool. Please send me one of your 3 hats.
In case you missed it, Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman will host a show about the artisan movement. The Parks and Rec duo is reuniting for the unscripted NBC show called The Handmade Project. The show is going to celebrate artisanship and the makers who can create amazing things with their hands, like Eddie. Each episode follows
What do you mean by that joke?
I don't know.
All right. We won't need to explain.
I just don't think of you as
that's just what's on the trailer for the show.
Yeah, literally, like Eddie. Each episode follows 8 makers from various disciplines with a panel of judges crowning a winner each episode. In a statement, Offerman said the show was the opportunity to, quote, have a front row seat at this prodigious display of talent and admiring and cheering on an amazing crop of American makers.
Nick Offerman is a person that I never want to meet because I need him to be as cool in my head as he is. Like if I ever meet him and he's just not a nice man.
I follow him on social media and stuff, and I get the sense that that's really him.
I do too. Rob, have
I
you
met him. Yeah, I met him once, and he was just the nicest man. And everyone says that, like, where he struggled so much trying to have success as an actor, and that once he finally got it, he was just one of those super grateful, nice people, and is just really genuine nice to almost everyone. I don't want to say everyone because not everyone's nice all the time, but
he's terrible to his interns, I've heard.
Really bad.
Really bad.
He's terrible to George Zimmerman.
But you know what? George had a camera.
I was going to say, I hope this show, it sort of follows like my favorite thing about these like reality competitions where they have like one terrible person on there. like one person that just doing like regretsy stuff, like a really cruddy looking picture frame made out of an old palette, and they just all make fun of
So
him.
you're
That's
saying
the only way
you want to
show.
see like the blind auditions from the old American Idol.
Yeah.
You want to see good artisans.
I want one terrible artist.
That would make it interesting. Hey, Rob, you're an LA insider. Who else is nice out there that you know?
You know who is the nicest person that I never suspected to be nice, but is just the kindest, sweetest man, is Slash from Guns N' Roses.
No way.
Wait, I don't. Time out. I don't know why I prefaced where you might know Slash from. I don't know why I said from Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, you're like, is that the guy from Velvet Revolver?
Slash. Okay.
I in my head Slash drives a teal Corvette with one headlight stuck up.
Yeah.
Oh no. He's very rich, but he's like the nicest man. Like he'll send me messages on holidays. He's just like, "Happy Thanksgiving," and I'm like, "Thank you, greatest guitarist to ever live."
Thank you, Slash. Did they say Happy Thanksgiving? I wrote this little lick for you, and just.
That's the Godfather.
He signs everything with this little emoji that looks like him wearing a big hat.
No, how sweet.
Did you meet him at a WrestleMania? Like, where did you meet Slash?
I think we originally started talking on Twitter, and then we went to a movie premiere, and then we just kept running into each other.
I like that. That's your friend. I like that. That seems like a good buddy to have.
He's such a nice man.
Because if you have to pick somebody from Guns N' Roses,
that is the dream of every person who replies to Chance the Rapper on Twitter, right? That's like, we'll strike up a banter, and then we're going to go to a movie premiere, and then you're going to send me messages on the holidays.
Yeah, Rob, I don't like I don't like to be a name dropper, but I'm not sure if you've ever heard of a band called DC Talk.
Oh God!
Oh jeez!
I do know.
Are you guys comparing famous
I'm not
musicians?
comparing.
that you know?
I just thought I'd talk about someone I know who's really sweet.
Wait, no, I want to know this. What's your connection with DC Talk?
Oh,
Did you write Love is a Verb?
Eddie wrote "I don't want your sex for now." Maybe you heard that.
I love
written
that
about
song
Eddie
so much because it's not like, "Hey, sex isn't for me." It just says, "Hey, I don't want your sex for now." Listen, if things work out and we get married, I absolutely want that sex.
Yeah.
But for right now, let's put it on hold.
There's a pretty strong implied wink in the song. You could just tell it was like, but I do eventually. And it's actually pretty intense. I got to write a song about it right now.
It is. It's a passive. It's not passive aggressive. It's passive creepy is what it is.
Right. Because she's like, well, when do you want it? Should I be concerned about this? Is everyone at least expect?
Yeah.
That's it when I
Can
least
you give me a
expect
heads up?
That's it when I least expect it. Well, you could get clarity on this, Eddie, because you have an inside track.
I don't want to make a big deal.
Have you ever gotten a text on the holiday from Kevin Max?
Wow. I don't know, but Easter's right around the corner, Good Friday. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know.
It's like, hey man, happy Good Friday.
Yeah, hope you enjoy this joyous celebration.
Happy Maundy Thursday.
Yeah, the death of our Lord. Yeah. So anyway, / Kevin Max, we got it all.
Like, I hope you have a great Friday.
Oh no!
You know what? We can edit any part of this show, Rob. So you got a really strong career.
I mean, technically, he made that joke, not me. I was just speaking.
He was channeling the Kevin Max motif. Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for In Case You Missed It. Stay tuned. Up next, Slices.
Cause if you're alone, how can I save you? I'll find a way to make your life more complicated. What if I could change, if you could save me? So find a way to miss 1,000 times.
You're listening to James Vincent McMorrow. The song is 1,000 Times. You only heard it once, though. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard Electric Guest with Oh Devil. A little foreshadowing. They might just be in the next issue of Relevant. Just saying. Oh Devil. Spiritual content. There you go. Okay, it's time for Slices. What do you have, Jesse?
All right, so there is about a year and a half ago in the UK, they got 23 people to take part in a reality show that was called Eden. And, we've talked about Naked and Afraid, and we've talked about all these crazy shows before where people go off in the wilderness that are pretty nuts. Usually they last about a month or so. The premise for this one was a little bit different. They basically had hundreds of acres in a really a remote place, and they were going to put 23 people there and give them their own cameras to film stuff with. They were going to have a couple cameramen, 4 people roaming around, but these people they were in charge of starting their own society with no supplies for a year.
Jesse, we had that show Utopia, the huge Fox show that they were trying to do that too, a year-long experiment, create a society, build a civilization, that kind of thing. That's wild. And it got canceled, but
Yeah, so this is similar in concept, but more extreme, because they even got at least with the Utopia, you got a bunch of supplies and a building and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This is out in the middle of nowhere. So the people that are going to be on that signed up to be on this show at least had the promise at the end that, hey, look, this is going to be terrible. Basically, I have to live in a field for a year. But when it's all over, I'll be like a celebrity. I'll be a famous movie star. This is the most extreme show ever. Well, the network started airing the show, but last summer, after 4 episodes, no one was really watching it, so they canceled it after just 4 episodes. But they left the people to keep on filming, and all but 10 of them remain for the whole year. So they just emerged last week, and in their minds are thinking, where we emerged from this big thing, the show has been airing for over a year. It's all been worth it. They got so hungry that they were eating chicken feet.
No way.
Oh, wow.
So just a terrible situation.
I mean,
they come out and
maybe.
found out that the last episode, they only aired 4 of them, and the last episode aired in August. So that almost the entire year was for nothing for this reality show.
Oh, wow.
But they were filming it and stuff.
Yeah, so the network says they might air stuff in a later date, but basically, this was just the worst camping
Why would they
trip
let them continue?
ever.
I mean, if it was canceled after 4, you just okay, everybody, wrap it up. I mean,
Give it a shot.
That's like the thing with like Utopia. They didn't leave those people continuing to conduct the experiment.
we
They
don't
just
know.
said, okay,
We don't know. The cameras aren't there. They might still be there. We don't know.
Right.
But you know what? Maybe the real prize is the chicken feed you eat along the way.
Right, that's true. That's a Hallmark card if I ever heard one.
Yeah, it's not about the fame; it's about the chicken feed along the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to be on. I've talked about this in the past. I've always wanted to be on like a Survivor or one of these reality shows, and I would basically become a different person. But this gives me a lot of pause. Like I don't know if I want to pursue that route anymore. Like to go on one of these reality shows to become a supervillain for like a month or even a year if I have to create this whole cool persona to dominate the show. Because what if they just leave me out in a field and forget
Jesse,
about
you're
me?
literally talking like a wrestler that you would don a persona and become a villain.
Because I understand, me and Rob get this. We know what makes this,
Don't drag
and
me
I would
into this.
probably wrestle
Don't
people
drag me
too
into
on the
into
show.
your boat. I think Jesse, the trick is go on season 2 of a show.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. Don't be the debut season because you might get left out in a field for a year.
Yeah. That's a Hollywood insider tip right there. That's a little industry know-how.
I picture the producer like this is like 3 months like after the show's been canceled, and he's like out at a nice dinner with his wife, like, eating, and they're like, I got a couple other projects in the works, and I'm really bummed my last one didn't work, but 3 months have gone by since they canned it, and I'm ready to move on. And the wife's like, yeah, how did you break it to the cast? And that's the moment he's just like, they took it well, and it's just a cutaway to the people like eating chicken feed out of a ditch.
And he pops up like Kevin's mom on Home Alone when she realized she forgot him.
Yeah. Would you ever Jesse? Would you ever actually be on a reality show? Would you consider it?
Oh, totally.
Which one?
You've got a wife and kids.
Which one would you want to be on?
Not a year, but I would do like Survivor, like a month one.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd watch.
They could live without me for a month. Yeah. But I already have a strategy. Everyone who's watched one of these reality shows knows the strategy, which is that you you're invisible for like the first couple weeks. And then all of a sudden you come out of nowhere and just start. This is, if you're like me, you can easily turn on a switch and start dominating things. You wait to start dominating things like till 2 weeks in.
What do you have, Eddie?
Well, and Rob, we didn't sync up on this. Do you by chance have a slice about James Polk, famous president?
Is that really what you're bringing?
Yeah. I ran it by at the front of the show.
I thought you were saying, I need help. All I can find is something about James Polk. Is there anything good this week?
That's exactly what I said. But then Jesse said, you've piqued my interest. Well, I mean, we're in it now, right? The boulder is rolling down the hill. You all must know James Polk, the 11th president. He was...
There's a county in Florida named after him.
Oh, yes, Polk County.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not James Polk County, just Polk County.
Right.
James County.
We call it Jimmy County.
Yeah, we got Jamestown up here. I mean, they're all over the country. It's pretty...
So he left office and died... How long? 3 months after leaving office.
Wow.
On June 15th, 1849. Hard day for our country to see James Polk pass away.
Mm-hmm.
We just
There's a memorial by a tree in Polk County down there. It's
yeah.
So, people leave Slim Jims by it for some reason.
The thing is, he died of cholera, which I didn't even know. Is cholera still a thing?
In the new issue of Relevant Magazine's Front Matter, you'll find a little thing that there are 70 countries in Africa still dealing with cholera, and 14 million people a year die from it.
I was asking in Washington, D.C., but around the world.
And around the world, cholera is still around. It's basically extreme diarrhea, and the reason you die from it is all the fluids within hours will like evacuate your body, and you die. I mean, it's really terrible.
Wow. That's awful.
Yeah.
No way
Extreme Diarrhea is my favorite new metal rock band from 1998.
Sexy Devil, Extreme Diarrhea. But it's extreme with just like an X at the beginning, right?
Yeah. So apparently it used to be, in Tennessee, because that's what James Polk died of. So Polk was initially buried in a mass grave because everybody that had cholera had to be put in this
just a big hole in the ground.
Yeah, right away, right? Because everybody that had this infectious
Contain
disease.
it, yeah.
So in 1850, then he is exhumed and he is buried in the yard of his Nashville mansion.
How can they tell which one was him? There's just a bunch of sticks down there now.
I think he had a shirt on that said president.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. It's actually a really great question.
It's just a big hole with a lot of bones.
Yeah. How would you like to be the guy that like the historian that's like, I need you to go in that hole and can you fetch out James Polk? There's a lot of cholera victims in there, but just kind of make your best guess.
But also those two guys that are working literally the graveyard shift just bring a guy and they're like, you sure this is James Polk? They're like, 100%.
Definitely James Polk.
Like, I had no idea.
I just picture a guy in black and white going through all these bones, and it says, "There's got to be a better way."
So he was exhumed.
It's an infomercial for identifying presidential remains.
Right. So he's exhumed and he's buried in his Nashville mansion. So then, when his wife died in 1891, he was exhumed again so that the couple could be buried together in a mausoleum in the grounds of the Tennessee Capitol. So if you're paying attention, James Polk by 1891 has been reburied 3 times.
Okay.
Finally, he is going to what is apparently his final resting place, the Tennessee Senate, which who even knew they had a thing. Right.
He's in purgatory this whole time. Yeah.
Right.
But enough people have prayed for him that he gets moved up.
Yeah. So they're going to change him to his Tennessee home, and they're going to bury he and his wife in his Tennessee home. So no president has ever been reburied, exhumed and buried more times than James Polk, but he's about to break yet another record. 4th time, James Polk.
Another record.
So they're burying him at the Senate?
No. The Senate isn't burying him. It's like got to pass the Senate, but it's like in his it's his childhood home where there's a museum to him. So there's like a James Polk museum. I'm sure there's one in every state, but in Tennessee, there's a James Polk.
Thinking about that, okay, so his childhood home. In Kansas City, there's one of the presidents, like Woodrow Wilson or somebody.
Kansas City would probably be Truman.
It was Truman. His childhood home's there, and it's a museum and everything and whatever. Did you see this week that somebody paid $2.14 million for Donald Trump's childhood home in Queens? And when I saw that, I thought, well, that's weird. It's double the value of any home in Queens, but you know what? That's probably going to be a presidential landmark one day.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the middle of Queens.
Weirdly.
And maybe his bones will be there, or James Polk. Or
every
something.
Trump Tower, right? Like all of this stuff. Mar-a-Lago. We're going to
how are they
kids.
getting Polk's body from where it is now to Tennessee? Because I kind of feel like if you're the delivery driver, that's a weird job.
It's like a Weekend at Bernie's situation.
They dress it up in like the old garb, his general's regalia.
It's probably
they drive through Hollywood, Florida, with The Boys Are Back in Town playing.
In a teal Corvette with the one eye wink.
Yeah, I'm picturing the delivery driver. He like pulls onto the highway and sees like a huge traffic jam, and he like looks over and sees the HOV lane wide open, and that's the moment he's like, "All right, Polk, we're gonna make up some record time, man."
Boys are
I'm
back
not proud
in town.
of what I'm about to do, Polk, but
so rest in peace again, James Polk.
Oh my! Is that really your slice?
I mean, I guess so.
Wow.
Bringing it strong. I had 2 weeks to look for that, and that's what I found.
Oh man!
Yeah, working hard on your vacation.
What do you have, Rob?
I have a story I found. It's an older story, but it's
gonna be as old as Eddie's.
Yeah, like James Polk old.
Yeah, James.
No, it popped back up on Reddit. they did a study that cows produce more milk when they're relaxed, and so as a solution, they play for these cows REM's "Everybody Hurts," and the cows would consistently produce more milk.
It sounds like a 4-H club science fair project, like like an experiment of playing. That's crazy, and they produce more milk.
It said that actually works. Yeah, the slow music boosted milk output by 3%.
Oh. I wonder what music would like. It sounds like they just chose one lane. I mean, I would have tested some Sade, some Enya.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, give it some slow jams, early '90s stuff.
I heard they played it Nickelback for it, and they started producing Four Loko. Really weird. And they started producing Jaeger and Red Bull. It was very strange. Scientists don't know. I've always been. Hey, you know how they have like Kobe beef or whatever? That's like a cow that was like pampered and massaged. Yeah. What if that was your job? The cow masseuse. Yeah. Like your whole job is to make sure that this cow never gets stressed out because that like ruins the meat or whatever. So your job is just to keep cows chilled out all day.
Buddy, you just described my first marriage.
Good Lord.
Let's cut that out. Let's not put that in there.
That was funny.
But and this is kind of true. It's not just about cows. It's kind of about like anything. If any of us are relaxed, we're going to be like produce better results.
We're going to produce more milk.
Pretty much. That's what I was going for. Yes.
I'll let you walk your own metaphor out the door.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, if I'm relaxed and not stressed out and tightly wound, then I'll be producing better things from my life.
I write better under stress.
Under stress, really.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. I can't. Like, I have to have that kind of deadline, 1 hour left to write.
Huh.
But I don't know that necessarily translates to dairy. So I don't.
But imagine if you were playing Enya while you were writing with 1 hour left.
I always do anyhow.
Yeah. Oh, you always do.
Oh, man.
Also, I don't know if this implies that they were listening to Strut like Powerman 5000 with other cows
Right.
and they were producing less milk.
Right. Was there a control group?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This doesn't sound all that experimentally accurate. I mean, 3% more could just be they just got better cows.
This sounds like a college student who like ran out of ideas for like a research paper, like forgot about a research paper. He's like, dude, I got to run down to this farm and just play these cows REM and just come up with something.
He looks around his room and he's like, well, I got a cow and I got an REM CD. What can I do with this?
Yeah, they played one a yacht rock mix and it just came out pure Zima. It
was so in your world, Jesse, it's not the amount of milk that comes out. It's
it's based on the artist.
The music that's being played affects the liquid that comes out of the cow.
They can create anything if under the right circumstances.
If I'm understanding the science correctly.
I think we buried the lead.
Yeah.
That cows can create any kind of liquid depending on music.
Right.
Yeah.
You still have to milk them though.
They played at Coldplay and they produced pure vanilla.
No. See,
you want me to keep going? I'll keep going.
Go on a high note. All right. Well, that'll do it for Slices. Stay tuned. Up next, Craig Groeschel. Listening to Big Wild. The song is I Just Wanna. Well, this week's feature interview is brought to you by Movement Watches, the MVMT, Movement Watches. It was started by two broke college kids that wanted to wear stylish watches, but they couldn't afford them. So Movement was founded on the belief that style shouldn't break the bank.
Rob, have you seen these watches?
I have not, but they sound wonderful.
No, they're great.
They actually are like the Squarespace.
They're really cool.
They're beautiful. I love them.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Movement is, by selling their products entirely online, they're able to cut out the middlemen and the retail markup. So they provide the best price possible. Watches starting at just $95, and they're quality. This isn't
Rob, I feel like I set you up in that moment for you to think I was going to give you one.
Yeah, I thought they were going to come in my door and give me a watch.
Yeah. Sorry, man. That wasn't one of those like Ellen moments where she knocks on the door and everybody gets a Buick and we're all so happy. You just need to Google movement, I guess.
You know he
watches.
worked for the Ellen Show.
No, I do know. I read his IMDb.
Okay.
When you work for Ellen and she knocks on your door, it only means she's going to yell at you.
Just scream and yell and berate you.
The opposite of Nick Offerman.
That is not what I
think.
think of when I think of Ellen.
Yeah. Movement's revolutionary pricing, along with classic design, quality construction, and styled minimalism, has led to over 500,000 watches being sold in 160 countries. I even have one.
I'm wearing one right now.
Are you really? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So, step up your watch game and see why people across the world love Movement watches. Just go to mvmtwatches.com/relevant and get 15% off today. Plus, you'll get free shipping and free returns. That's mvmtwatches.com/relevant. Join the movement.
Do they avoid, join the movement. Do they avoid vowels on their website as well, or do they bring them back in when they get
Well,
to
the brand is MVMT.
Right, no vowels.
But there's vowels in the words that are on the website.
I understand.
They communicate using English words.
I didn't know if they were sticking pretty close to that.
Craig Groeschel is a pastor of Life Church, a multi-site congregation that attracts more than 100,000 attendees each week.
Isn't it the biggest church in America?
I think it is.
It's crazy.
Yeah. He's also a New York Times bestselling author and has written a new book called Divine Direction. We recently spoke with Craig about the steps every person can take to make decisions that will change their life. I actually met him. I just met him. He was here for a one-day leadership thing, and I happen to have, he's in the current issue of Relevant, and I happen to have a copy on me, and like there's Craig, and I've never introduced myself to him before. I have I have him in my hand, like, and he hadn't seen it yet, so I was like, hey, I'm from this magazine, and you're in it.
I wonder if he'll text you on Good Friday.
No.
Not that kind of friend.
No. But he does sign his name with a little picture of Slash. It's very strange.
How do you feel about people that sign their emails with just one letter, like the first letter of their name? How do you feel about that?
Okay, I'm willing to have a real conversation about this because I do it sometimes, but I would
You just put like -E?
Yeah.
Why?
Now this is the question. I don't know. I think maybe,
like you don't know why because it's not to Rob's point. It's not really saving you time. Like it takes me just as long to type. The difference of time it takes to write Jay or Jesse is negligible. I'm sending a message there when I send the one letter.
Here's why I do it.
What that message is sometimes is obscured. Like what are you trying to say if you send me one letter?
I know why I do it. I do it because we're doing it back and forth. It's like basically a text stream. We're just talking and talking, but I feel like you can't just write nothing at the end of an email. So I give the little -E just to let them know, like, full stop.
Kind of like my dad signs his texts.
Right.
He sincerely.
Your dad signs his text?
Yes.
Rob, what do you think about this? Am I super arrogant?
I mean, your name is in the email. I know who it's from. I didn't think it was from your unpaid intern.
Yeah, I didn't think someone hacked your email to send that.
Right?
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Like it's not a letter from Ulysses S. Grant during the war. I don't need like a signature at the end. I'll believe it's you.
We did a while ago a crowdsourced listicle on the site of the 15 best Christian email sign-offs of all time as submitted by our users. Mm-hmm. And these ones aren't names, but it's just like those inspirational sign-offs you see from time to time as pastors. And there are some real gems on here. One is your Jesus freak, comma, name.
No, I would assume Kevin Max signs his emails that way.
That's how we sign all our emails to each other.
Yeah. Your Jesus.
This one is my favorite. Under Aslan's paw.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I saw that. I can't imagine an actual human that does that.
Okay, how about this? From the beloved's bosom.
Oh, that's good.
I try to sign most of my emails with the word bosom, but
I said on mine, I don't want your sex for now, Rob.
just to clarify.
Wink emoji, because you definitely do.
Please tell me you put now in quotes as well, just to obscure it a little bit more, make it even more creepy. Like a little,
I put want in quotes.
Yeah.
Every other word's in quotes. I is in quotes.
A fellow servant in Christ's army. That's just a mouthful. That's
The
unnecessary.
army. I mean, it's just say a fellow servant in Christ. Why you got to throw the army illusion
We've already
in there?
established servanthood. We don't have to establish army as well.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, yours, comma, because we're his. See, that one kind of makes you think.
Christians are the worst.
That's a Christian
All of us.
Valentine's card.
Also, we're talking like these people are emailing businesses and they're emailing Squarespace. They're emailing like tax attorneys and all this.
Right.
Imagine like you run a bank and this man is asking for a loan and he's like, just a cub and the lion of the Lord's pack.
Just under Aslan's paw.
Yeah. Jesus, take the wheel, comma, Jesse. Now, P.S. The facts that you requested about my taxes is attached. So thanks, fellow servant in Christ's army. Crowns for Jesus.
All right. Well, I hope Craig doesn't listen to the shows that he's on.
I think if you see him again at a conference, go, make your in the magazine, not the podcast, is my advice.
When you're introduced at a speaking event or whatever, I would say like this, what we just did was probably the best introduction Craig Groeschel has ever had.
Yeah.
Like
easily.
Yeah. As a fellow servant in Christ's army, Craig would be very excited about it.
Without any further ado, under Aslan's paw, here is Craig Groeschel.
When I first started looking at the new book, I think I was a bit surprised at the decision. So the book outlines, of course, these 7 decisions that can change your life or will change your life. I was a bit surprised at the decisions, and I don't necessarily know why. I was trying to think about it this morning. I think I was thinking that it would be like, I don't know, the person you marry, or whether or not to have kids, or which career path to choose, those kind of things. Instead, what you've presented is, a series of, I'm not even sure how you would describe them, but, it's stop, pause, stay, wait, those kind of things. Can you talk a little bit about how you arrived at these decisions and kind of what your framework is for thinking about them?
Sure. Yeah. Aaron, it's interesting because as a pastor of a long time, one of the most commonly asked questions I get falls somewhere in the category of, how do I know what I'm supposed to do? What is God's will for my life? What do you think God wants me to do in this situation? And so it's so many people start with what am I supposed to do? And I think actually a bigger question might be, who am I supposed to be? Mm-hmm. And I would make an argument that God cares more about the who than the do. And so in the book, what I'm trying to do is really focus people more on becoming the person that I believe Jesus would want us to become. And when we get the who right, the do will often follow. And so I tried to break, kind of approach it from a little different angle and look at the decisions would really help transform who we're becoming. And when we get the who right, I think it's easier to choose the do. But so often people start with the do and overlook the who. So that was kind of my behind-the-scenes goal in writing the book, was to walk people in a different direction, and hopefully the outcome might surprise them, that it actually maybe helps more than they might think at first.
Can you walk me through, I guess the 50,000 foot view of the 7 decisions? Like what do you want people to think is the kind of the takeaway from these decisions at a practical level?
So, and that's the perfect way to ask it, because I do want them to be very practical. We talked about that the 7 decisions are start, stop, stay, go, serve, connect, and trust. And I'll just pick a couple of them to talk about briefly. Start. If you know where you want to be, or if you believe you know what God wants for you, what discipline do you need to start today that'll help move you in that direction? And sometimes people, if I meet them, they say, "Craig, you look like you're a really disciplined person." And I always kind of laugh because I'm like, I am so undisciplined, it's scary. What I have to do is I have to choose disciplines in my life to help me overcome, my tendency to wander and eat whatever I want and be lazy and sleep in and all that kind of stuff. And so what I've done is real simply, one discipline a year has been my goal. I've done this for over 10 years, is just bring in one new discipline. It doesn't sound like hardly anything, and it's really not. But over a decade, man, I have 10 significant disciplines.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Give me an example of one. Yeah.
I'll give you a few. Praying with my wife. I'm embarrassed to say, as a pastor, we didn't do that every day, and she wanted to, and I didn't, because it took her like 20 minutes to get warmed up to praying. She prays forever. Well, that's ridiculous. And so one year we started praying together every day. One year I started journaling. It was a life changer. Just 4 or 5 sentences a day. One year I started decided to start every year with a 21-day fast. This last year I started doing what I call daily declarations, where I've basically taken scripture and put them into confessions about myself, and it speaks to my doubts and my fears, and I say those things every single morning before I start the day. And so I've got probably 12 or 13. Well, one of them was reading through the Bible cover to cover, front to back, yearly, because I felt like I needed to be stronger in God's Word. And so those are real simple things. They're things that take 3 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, that now are part of my life, and it's helped transform who I am. Start. If you go through some of the decisions, connect is a big one. The key line in that chapter is, you may be one friendship away from changing the course of your destiny. One friendship away. And I'm crazy passionate about this, because we live in a time of kind of the illusion of intimacy with social media. We feel like we've got, we're close to people because we see glimpses into their lives, and then we tend to text, not talk. And so in that chapter, I'm really trying to help the readers say what missing relationship, what relationship could completely change your life. And I tell some real personal stories about how people, I'm significantly different today because of the influence of special friends, of people in a real strong community, of, what I'm doing in the church is a result of a 75-year-old guy that had a real honest conversation with me that helped. I could be in a single location right now in 2 services instead of impacting a lot of people because of this one 75-year-old man who took an interest in me and gave me great advice. So 7 simple decisions: divine direction, start, stop, stay, go, serve, connect, and trust. And if we take these small steps in the right direction, we can really we can cover some ground and end up years later going, wow, I had no idea God had all this in store for me. And it started with faithful and small decisions.
That was Greg Groeschel. Make sure to check out his new book, Divine Direction. It's out now.
Your credit line is perfect, but your loan has been denied. But your loan has been emphatically denied by this institution.
Yeah. Sorry, we can't give a loan to Elohim's armor bearer. Sorry, El Shaddai's handmaiden did not get for the loan.
I was gonna die young.
You're listening to Sylvan Esso. This song is Die Young. It's my life motto. Taelor Gray is an independent hip-hop artist that I came across not too long ago. He's from Columbus, Ohio, and he's actually pastor at Veritas Community Church. But he and his brothers have been making music for a while. He was part of the Elevationists with his brother Christian Gray, which some of you guys probably know. And he's done some solo releases. He started releasing music back in 2015. He has a brand new album out called "In the Way of Me," and when I saw it, when I came across it, it grabbed me. It's phenomenal. It's great. It's not typically what you would expect from Christian hip hop, and really impressed. So he's gonna take us through a couple tracks on the new project, and without any further ado, here is Taelor Gray.
Now they give me a license to go. Oh, wait, this is what the world like. Oh, wait, I'm wild, I guess you heard right. Really, I'm just running the offense. I just found out you can curse and then you running for office. I just found out you can curse and still say you a Christian. I just found out that the Bible full of people who tripping. I'm a grown man now, I just started living. This a brand new way to see how people forgiving. It goes, hey, oh, put you on the radio, hey, oh, you can put your hands high, hey, oh.
First song would be the first song, In Your Blood. In Your Blood was a risk for me because In Your Blood is essentially communicating that we all have the capacity to be the worst form of ourselves. And we don't often believe that. We often idealize who we are and present that idealistic picture to other people. But the worst form of ourselves it exists with us. It's in our blood to be the worst version that anybody could ever see or judge. So in the song, I'm kind of articulating what it looks like for me to just reach the end of myself and just tell everybody how I feel. Just wrestling with not hiding it anymore. Like, everybody wants to hide it. I don't feel like hiding it. This is the limit. I'm here and you take it or leave it. Not only that, but you have that capacity too. Everybody has that capacity. The only way we can consider somebody fallen or to let us down is if we view them too highly in the first place. So I wanted to get that out the way first.
Welcome to my nightmares and the night terrors. Before I leave my life bare, before the bright cherubims, I'm right there with the backsliders, backbiters, gassing, watching me catch fire, that backfire. I cook these verses in cast iron, my crooked motives in shackles. I look just like all these jackals. I feel like ripping this mask off, and you just might want back off, like stand clear. Every single time.
Next one I would say is Moral Tower. Moral Tower is a play on words. I stayed in a dorm called Moral Tower, Morrill Tower, at Ohio State, and so the song is essentially just opening up the reality of my freshman year in college, which is a very formative year for me. I think I've kind of reached the depth of exploring sin and my own freedom from legalistic expectation at home. So when I got to college, I said, hey, I'm not living with my parents anymore. I don't have to go home and not curse and then curse at school. And, I can just be everything that I want to be here and just explore that freedom. So the song is just showing what that looks like. It's literally giving a picture of the person that Christ needed to save, and unapologetically talking about, the highs and lows of that.
Like 13th grade, my roommate was nice with them clippers and the fade. This all black student floor learning about the slaves, the past and the current ones who couldn't make the grades. See them black girls walking around at head wraps late night, leaving with the athletes and frats on a date night. It's Lil Flip bumping from the room when it's cracking, and when it's time to study, all you heard was Michael Jackson. It's excellence and poverty, all in close quarters. The failures and successes sleeping in the same borders. It's hustlers and scholars turning calculus to dollars, selling snakes, weed, and sneakers while they talking to they mamas. I'ma get it by any means taken from you in the institution where their enemies will take it from you.
The next one would be Solomon's Porch. Solomon's Porch is essentially kind of just a social landscape, just looking into various capacities of social conversation that we're struggling with, whether it be the racial divide, the presidential election, cultural conformity, things like that. Specifically as it relates to the racial divide, there's just been so much anger and unrest, which I don't think necessarily it's wrong to project and display anger But what's been difficult about processing that is that it doesn't seem like we know how to move on from anger, or we don't properly understand what it looks like to assess the damage after we've laid waste to everyone with our angry opinions. So, if I'm a black man and I say, hey, white audience, I want you to hear how angry I am, I'm just going to tell you, and I'm a Christian. And so you as a white brother, listen to me, and then I severely hurt you, or I just say everything that could pierce you to the core. What does it look like to repair that relationship or even move forward together in unity? So if I say no justice, no peace, then I'm communicating an ultimatum, which to me is not a healthy expression of grace, because we don't we don't get that kind of ultimatum where we just have no hope.
It's like it's back to segregation. And 4 years ago we was chasing Joseph Coney, but the people making movies really made off with the money. And I ain't never met John Calvin, but I don't need to fight for equal housing. Yeah, is that indictment or a rumor? The cancer or the tumor? A generation turning from the voice of baby boomers. It's like being sober, so painful that Christians taking shots from the cooler. You can find me in my own way.
And then lastly is Most High. Most High is just a blatant expression of worship in poetry and rhyming rap, but specifically a vertical expression of what I thought I used to be in terms of I was a stronger Christian way back when all of these life circumstances didn't happen, and I just came to Christ, and there was a lot of joy, a lot of zeal, and I'm doing all these things. And then it seems like as the apathy and the drama and the weight of life kind of set in, it seems like I'm not as joyful or as strong as I used to be. But as the song progresses, I realize that I'm right where I need to be, that I know more about Christ in the midst of all the things that I have had to endure, that the expression is just as authentic, not just about nostalgia or remembering what once was. It's about moving forward and celebrating what is and what is to come.
See, I was dry bones and now I can't die. See, I was dry bones and now I can't die. See, I was dry bones and now I can't die. It's important that we close to him. Yeah. It's important that we close to him. Yeah. It's important that we close to him. Yeah. It's important that we close to him. This is how we live. This is how we move. This is how we breathe. Everything is true said. This is how we live. This is how we move. This is how we breathe. Everything is true.
That was Taelor Gray. Make sure to check out In the Way of Me. It's out now.
Just whip your wings, I'll keep you moving. Feel with your lungs, I'll keep you breathing. Just whip your wings, I'll keep you moving. Feel with my lungs, I'll keep you breathing. Just whip your wings, I'll keep you moving. Feel with your lungs, I'll keep you breathing. Just whip your wings, I'll keep you moving. Feel with my lungs, I'll keep you breathing.
You're listening to Yoke Lore. The song is World Wings. Okay, it's time for your feedback. Now, Eddie, you weren't here last week.
No, I was not here.
And Rob wasn't either, obviously.
I was not here.
You were not here. Last week we had a unique mix of people. Aaron joined us because we went to South by Southwest, and we wanted Aaron to come on to kind of recap South by. And then we had a special guest cast member like Rob this week, Propaganda, hip hop artist, and
Yes.
Propaganda was on the show last week, and it was fun. I've been friends with Prop for a while. And he's, usually when he's brought on to do interviews or even speak, he has to talk about like serious issues, like he's brought on as an expert about
like
race
rap.
in the church and, justice issues and all that stuff. And he was like, he'd been texting me for a long time, just like, he listened to the show and he's like, man, I just want to come on and just like joke around. And I was like, I know you're a funny dude. Like, but the public doesn't know that.
Right. Let's wait till Eddie's gone.
Yeah.
And
we didn't know, oil and water. We just didn't want to.
Right.
It's kind of Lion and the warden. We just didn't want to.
I feel like propaganda and I would be friends.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
What would you have in common with propaganda? What would you have in common with propaganda? What would your friendship be based on?
I would say rap. Honestly, our ability to rap.
Both your dads were Black Panthers.
Sure.
That was just so funny when you're like, what would you have in common? Rap.
Rap things. I wear shoes also.
So how's your rap been recently?
Yeah, so
how's the rap working out for you?
Rapping?
So yeah, maybe we need to help Eddie out. So like, okay, so if he was to meet Prop, Prop's in town this weekend. Actually, he's going to be here.
WrestleMania, he loves it.
He's for a totally different reason. He's in town, but he's staying with me as well. So if we were to go get coffee, what would be an icebreaker tip for Eddie, Jesse? What would be a icebreaker tip for Eddie to like strike up a friendship with Prop?
Easily challenge him to a rap battle right away.
Right away.
My name is Eddie, and I'm here to say, Eddie, you take it from there. You and Pop will be fast friends.
Right, we'll go back and
But
forth.
so you're saying it's almost like a dominance thing, like when you get into a new jail, you got to establish your street cred.
You got to go to the best one there and take him down. And Eddie, that's what obviously you have to do a Prop. I'm sure he will respect.
Take down the king.
That. Especially, I think you just need to I think you need to look Prop right in the eye and sing the lyrics to "I Don't Want Your Sex for Now" as fast as you can to show him how good
Never break eye contact.
I think your opener is to mention that a member of DC Talk.
Yeah, generally like
it's true. Like we have a lot of rap in common.
Right.
I'm a good friend. With the singing guy from the rap group
from DC Talk. You've heard of them. You remember them.
Yeah.
That's
speaking of that, a little off topic, but not much. Can we talk about how the song "I Love Rap Music" by DC Talk was not a rap song?
Right.
Because that bothers me. I think about that once a month. How they wrote a song called "I Love Rap Music." That was not rap.
Right.
Sorry, that was just.
You don't need to be sorry. It's a great point.
I was speaking from the heart.
Yeah, you were coming from a real place, Rob, and you don't need to apologize for that. We want to hear what the Lord's doing in you. So thanks.
Yeah, I feel like you were finally able to get that off your chest. I feel like you've been bottling that up for a while, Rob.
Anyway, all right. Well, so I mentioned the prop thing because that's what happened last week, and this is our feedback segment. It's our time that we talk about last week's question of the week and all that. And most of the feedback this week was about Prop's
how great he
presence
was
on the show.
No.
He was
I
really
also
great.
like to point out that I said the quote, "I'd love to meet Prop. I would have loved to have been on with him." And somehow you guys took it to a jailhouse dominance situation. I'm like, no, I just want to.
You just want to meet the guy. He's a nice guy.
I just know when I meet other males, it automatically goes to a jailhouse dominance situation. I don't know why you're weird and it doesn't go there, but that's your problem, not mine.
Right. It's like the Sharks and the Jets, and like we tie our hands together with a handkerchief.
If we learned anything from WrestleMania 7,
yes,
it is about a surprise dominance situation.
Yeah. I go for the handshake, and suddenly you're in some kind of weird crab leg lock thing.
That's right.
My favorite thing they do in wrestling is when they'll hit someone and knock them over, and the guy will clearly not be knocked out, but they'll turn their back to him and celebrate to the crowd for a good 45 seconds while the other guy is regaining his composure. And that's bad advice for a fight. You'd think they'd learn their lesson by now.
Right. Yeah. It literally happens every single time, multiple times a match.
Athletes watch game film. They can see and they learn from previous patterns. Apparently, wrestlers don't watch game film.
Also, I feel like at some point they'd realize these referees are doing a terrible job, and you'd hire someone that doesn't get knocked out for 2 minutes when they get bumped into.
Or I think the other thing, I haven't even watched a lot of wrestling, but I have observed this: professional wrestling referees are very, very easily distracted by things outside the ring. Like, I feel like that happens once a match too.
Your job is to call this match, and you're just Chad now. No, get your life together.
Get your life together.
Your job is to call this match, and that guy literally broke off a piece of the table and almost stabbed the other dude with it. I'm pretty sure that's not legal. Watch what's happening here.
I'm going to be honest. I'm starting to think it's not real.
Don't you dare. What are you and Prop doing? Are you going to a soccer game?
No, on Saturday night, the 1st, To Write Love on Our Arms, the great organization,
right.
is Jamie Twerkowski. He's been on the show.
Yeah.
They're doing the Heavy and Light event. It's the Lone Bellow, Zach Williams, Switchfoot, Propaganda's doing some spoken word stuff. It'll be at House of Blues, and it's gonna be a good night for a good cause.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've heard that's great.
Okay, well, last week's question of the week was we got talking about ridiculous Discovery Channel shows with like Moonshiners and even Shark Week and all these other ones that are just like totally. I mean, there's no way this is in any way, shape, or form reality or it's just totally fake. Anyway, it's like wrestling, and so
Sorry, Rob.
we got talking about that, and we asked
we have you on, and then we insult your family. I really apologize.
We asked you. For your pitch, what's your pitch for maybe future Discovery Channel reality series? So you guys went over to the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com. You also hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast. Here's a few of our favorites.
Doug said, Discovery show idea, circus performers trying to find new careers now that the circus is closing up for good. I would totally watch that.
watch that.
Yeah, right.
100%, I would watch that.
If you're a lion, if you spent your career as a professional lion tamer, where are you going from here? I mean, it seems like a relatively limited job market for people whose main job is to brandish a bullwhip in an old chair and push back lions. But, they got to work too.
I heard they're looking for a new park ranger in Africa.
That's right.
Tame some lions.
That's true. That's true. I that is true. I mean, their resumes would be weird. It's not that they can't acquire or other skill sets or do other jobs. It's just when you apply for those other jobs, your resume would be a little odd.
Yeah. I don't listen. I don't know Microsoft Office that well, but I can literally pull a beach ball out of an open lion's mouth. So I don't know if you guys need that in the break room.
In the break room, yeah, I would watch that. That's a good pitch.
Yeah. Josh said that a show that follows carnivals, real carnies of America. If I know anything about carnies, that show would be a hard NC-17. They are terrible people.
It's true.
You couldn't show that's not even HBO. That's like pay-per-view. If you're showing that.
They'd have to reenact it in like a sanitized version, kind of like Moonshiners.
Yeah. A lot of like pixelated, weird bleeping and stuff. You can't even, things happening in the shadows. You can't even mention it on TV.
I would watch it though.
Oh, I'd watch Carney reality show. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's someone a show about a group of rebels traveling to public pools around the country. Here's what they do: they find the shallow section of a pool with no diving in the shallow end signs. Then they make eye contact with the lifeguards one by one around the pool, and then some do awesome, super dangerous dives. And that's it. They just do that at pools around the country. Again, I would watch that show, but I think it'd be more interesting if the people diving in the shallow end while antagonizing the lifeguards were out of work carnies. I'm just throwing that out there, too.
I think it would be way cooler if Radioactive by Imagine Dragons started playing right before they did it each time.
I'm waking. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, there's more, and if you want to join in on the conversation, check out the podcast episode page on the website. Okay, it's time for this week's
editorial question of the week. Hey.
Well, obviously on the show it's come up a few times. Not the wrestling thing. I mean, that's come up a few times, but not George Zimmerman. But
no, I think George is probably a one-off.
Yeah, but the DC Talk song, "I Don't Want Your Sex for Now." It just got us thinking about peculiar lines in Christian music over the years.
I like the idea that they are in the studio and they're just about to rap on the song and just
literally rap on the song or finish the song.
They're done on it, and there's somebody just breaks down the door and they're like, "We have to say for now."
Yeah, because one day,
because I've been thinking about it, and I actually do.
Yeah,
but
God likes sex.
Just say not right now.
Yeah,
just like at some point.
So you're picturing there's like a producer in there, he's like the Christopher Walken cowbell guys. Guys, you're gonna want that for now on there. Trust me. You're gonna add that.
I know you're only college kids now.
Yeah,
but
you don't know what you're talking about, but at some point. This is going to matter. You're going to regret this song.
So it just got us thinking about kind of funny or peculiar or like maybe, you know, songs from your childhood growing up that you always like, that's weird. I don't know why that line is in there. Like I think of a couple months ago, we were talking about that putting on the Ritz line from God, our God is an awesome God. It's like, what in the world?
Yeah.
He ain't just putting on the Ritz.
He ain't just putting
That's
on the
what we
Ritz.
need to know.
Yeah.
And El Shaddai. What language is that in and what does it mean? No one knows.
Okay, the other one that I always thought was weird. I remember when I was a kid, I was given a Newsboys CD. You guys are familiar with the Newsboys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming. And they have the song Breakfast in Hell.
Oh,
the
yeah.
premise of that song is so freaking messed up and dark. Like, it's sung to people who are presumably going to burn for eternity, but the downside is Captain Crunch has waved farewell because they don't serve breakfast where you're going.
In hell.
Like, how messed up is that for an idea for a song? Like, hey, join our religion because not only are you going to burn in hell forever, they don't even serve good cereal. This is a hilarious pop song. How whimsical.
Is Captain Crunch in hell getting swept away in the lake of fire in this scenario?
Right.
Right. That's why they don't have it.
Right. Does he just visit every morning to give people breakfast, but not anymore?
Right.
That's a great question.
No, but in the song, he's literally waving farewell. So do you enter the gates of hell? I'm like, what did I do? No, I'm sorry.
Right.
And then you look over and Captain Crunch is like, me too.
Right.
And he goes down in the burning flames. I shouldn't have cut the roof of your mouth. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because you know Count Chocula's in hell, which is fine. You understand that.
Right. He's the sexy devil.
Right. Count Chocula's
Instead of oops, all berries, it's oops, a complete separation from the love of God.
Exactly.
There's a song that played on there when I was at a Christian college. They only had a limited, channel selection on the TVs, and there was a Christian channel at the time called ZTV, not MTV, but ZTV.
Yeah,
and they only had about 7 music videos in rotation. One of them was PFR's Goldie's Last Day, and it was just a whole song, a whole Christian song about their dying dog. And I just thought, what is Christian music about this? And it was like their hit single with a video. Like it's just random. Like, what qualifies this as Christian music? And that was the genesis of Relevant Magazine. Honestly, it was like one of those things of like, this is bizarre that this content is somehow deemed Christian, but it's just people singing about their dead dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a question about this.
There's something about Goldie's Last Day that I don't know if a lot of people know about. I actually wrote about this on the site I've written a lot of weird listicles for the website,
Yes, you have.
by the way,
Yeah.
if anything else should be noted.
Yeah.
That in the video for Goldie's Last Day, at one point the band members are seen digging a shallow grave for Goldie. There's also a very sinister line because, okay, for people that haven't heard the song, it's a tribute to their dead beloved dog, right? That's the
It's
whole
kind of an old
genesis.
Yeller situation.
Yeah. But here's this is an actual line from the song. We are confident this incident was not an accident, as per our investigation. Goldie was murdered in this song, and no one recognizes that, man. Like, they wrote a song about not a dead dog, a murdered dog.
And to make the conspiracy even deeper, in the video when they're digging the shallow grave, you can catch a fleeting glimpse of President James Polk down there. It's bizarre. We don't know. It goes deep. It's I think the Illuminati.
It was grave number 3.
Yeah, this is they're onto something very
So the
dark
question of the week is: we want to know your favorite weird line or thing that always made you go, "Huh?" from Christian music. Your favorite odd line in Christian music. So you can tweet us at Relevant Podcast, or you can post yours on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com.
I always liked on the song "Christmas Shoes," the new song.
It's a great one. Great one.
And Patton Oswalt actually has a whole bit about it now. But I was on the Christmas Shoes train way before him. Right. My favorite part of that song is when the story, right? When the kid is trying to buy shoes for his mom to cure cancer or whatever, and because he wants like nice shoes for her funeral, and there's a part where the kid puts the shoes up on the counter. He explains the story of what's happening, and then he starts counting out pennies to pay for the shoes, and the clerk goes, "Nope, not enough here. Hit the road, kid." And he won't sell. He's like a few cents short,
Right.
and this guy's like, "Nope, not today. Not coming out of my check." And he
that's-
won't sell him the shoes.
Yeah, that's the actual devil. Like that person is the devil.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go to Payless anymore. I'm assuming it was Payless.
I'm assuming it was Payless, and that's why I boycotted Payless.
Yeah.
I also really like in Addicted to Jesus at the beginning, the infamous DC Talking Carmen collaboration, when Carmen's like, "Yo guys, let me take you to school," and he starts doing the worst beat of all time, and he goes, "Give me a J," and immediately you know where he's going to go with this, but they're like, "Okay, all right, here's your J," and then he was like, "Give me an E." At this point, we all know, like, this is he's going Jesus.
Right.
And they're like, "Okay, all right, feeling this." And then and they're still not clear on what he's, jewelry maybe? Is this a song about jewelry?
Right.
And he goes, and Carmen picks up on this, and he's like, I got to skip ahead. This song's going to be 3 minutes of me just spelling this one word. And so he goes, "Give me an SUS." And they're like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see where he's going with this.
I got this. I always thought that was so weird as a kid that he had to spell it out so much for Kevin, Toby, and the other guy.
Michael.
Michael, take the other guy.
Michael.
Just listen.
Yo, what up, fellas?
What's up?
Yo, what up, fellas?
See my homie. Hey, have you heard
All right, pause it real quick, Cameron.
By the way, we are 25 seconds. We are 25 seconds into the song at this point.
This is a lot like what it's going to be like when I meet Prop.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the scene in 30 Rock where Steve Buscemi goes undercover at the high school and he's like in the back room, "Hello, fellow kids." That's literally what Carl. "Hello, fellas, what's up, homies?"
Also, he comes up immediately to them and he goes, "Hey, have you heard A to J?" "Well, no, Carmen, because it hasn't even been recorded yet. You're getting ready to record the song right now. It doesn't exist."
I heard about my ABCs.
A to J.
Come on, I heard an A.
As in,
A to Z.
are you A to J?
That sound like a chemical H2O or some H2O.
Let me take you to school.
By the way, this is 1993, so the MC the Hammer, Too Legit to Quit, and they did like the hand signals.
Oh, yeah.
So it was all the rage. The kids were all into the
It was really-
acronyms
yeah, it
and
was really
stuff.
cool.
1993, and a lot of people renounced the faith that year.
Give me an E. Give me an SUS. Boys, what does it spell? What am I saying? What's going down?
And now Rhythm Nation just started. Janet Jackson comes out. My goodness. Oh, Christian music. So yeah, tell us your favorite odd line or
Kevin
moment.
still sounded good in that song, though.
Yeah,
it sounded perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
There's some really bad improv in there. Really bad improv.
really bad.
He goes, "A to J, what is that? Sounds like a chemical, like H2O."
Oh no!
You hear that?
The
That's
director is behind the camera just nodding, going, "Nailed it. Nailed it.
It's gold, Kevin, gold."
These Gen Xers aren't going to know what hit them.
This is the same album where Carmen sings "Satan Bite the Dust."
Great.
Which starts with that. So
That is an incredibly violent song about Carmen shooting and murdering all these demons. Like back in those days, we weren't just like, "Hey man, I'm going to pray for you and hope this spiritual attack goes away." It's like, no. I'm going to put a gun to this demon's head and execute it in the street.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna shoot this demon point blank.
Rob,
in the
would this be
face.
your wrestling entrance music?
My wrestling entrance music would be "Fancy" by Reba McEntire. It's the most whimsical song about selling children into sex trafficking. It's just like, Yeah, my mom was having a hard time,
Yeah.
so she sold. I'm like, Reba, this is a problem. Don't brag about this. This was a crime.
Here's your one chance, Fancy. Don't let me down. It's definitely let me down. Like, go be a kid.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Go read the lyrics to Fancy. It is horrific.
Gosh, I'm glad I asked that question.
Carmen was into the bucking the demons in the head because the same era that this was when the Gospel Gangsters was coming out, and they were doing kind of like gang rap. Hardcore gangster rap about,
and
but
T-Bone.
It wasn't, and T-Bone, but it was about, bucking the demons in the grill. And it was always like, you're doing the guns and the violence, but just against demons. And that was Christian hip hop back then. That was like everything I listened to in the early 90s was T-Bone and Gospel Gangsters, man.
Oh, I get that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hit us up. This is going to be a fun one next week. On that note, we'll wrap things up. Many thanks to our guests for joining us. Craig Groeschel's new book is called Divine Direction, and it's out now. Go check it out. And Taelor Gray. Make sure to go check out his new project. It's independent. Support independent artists, y'all. It's called In the Way of Me. You can find it on iTunes or wherever music's sold. Many thanks to our show sponsors for making this episode possible. Squarespace, remember, you can go and start your free trial today at squarespace.com. And then when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, enter offer code RELEVANT to get 10% off your first purchase. Also, Movement Watches. Go to mvmtwatches.com/relevant to get 15% off today. You'll love their watches. They're fantastic.
Yes, you would. Just Google them, Rob. You'll figure out why they're awesome.
Just Google them. We're not going to give you one.
Sorry, pal.
Type it into Twitter in the search bar.
Hey, just ask Twitter about Movement Watches.
Somebody send me a picture of Movement Watches, please.
Yeah. While you're on the internet, check out the new relevantmagazine.com. It's every week we're improving it and evolving it. It actually looks different today than it did last week. And while you're there, subscribe to the magazine. The all new, redesigned, higher quality, bigger, and better in every way, Relevant is out now. Martin Scorsese's on the cover, and we're about to send the next issue to the printer. Actually, today we start that process, and it's exciting. It's a very good issue. So subscribe today. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, well, dude, Rob, thanks for joining us, man. This is a lot of fun,
man.
Thank you, guys. I now have a new email signature. Thanks to you guys. It's Yahweh or the Highway. So I appreciate that.
Just one more for the end.
Your loan is denied, sir. We're actually docking your credit score for that.
I didn't know bankers could do that. Oh, man, this was a lot of fun.
Thanks,
all right.
Rob.
I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Eddie Koffoltz.
I'm Chandler Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
And I'm Rob Fee.
We'll see you next week.
They say that it takes two to make a thing go right. Love. But girl, we gotta remember there's another in our lives.
Thanks for listening to the Relevant Podcast. Connect with us on Twitter @RelevantPodcast and get bonus material from this episode and more at the podcast section on relevantmagazine.com. And don't forget to check the magazine out. It's available on newsstands and at the iTunes App Store, or you can subscribe online at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
I shouldn't have cut the roof of your mouth. I'm sorry.